Well, hello there, guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Windows ME in 2015, a little mini series that we started a few weeks ago, I believe. Now, if you haven't seen the first two episodes in that series, I would recommend going to check those out. There's going to be, I guess, I'm going to put two little boxes on screen right now, as well as links down below in the video description. So if you haven't seen either one of those videos, I would obviously recommend going and checking those out so you kind of know what we're doing here. If you remember where we left off at the end of episode 2, we were taking a look at sort of torrent file browsing and downloading torrents and seeing if we can get that to work in Windows 10, which we were able to successfully do using a older version of uTorrent right here. So the next three things on the list are the media category, the protection category, and the maintenance category. So we're going to get started with media, and the only two things that I have here are just basically listening to MP3s and watching downloaded video on something either like Windows Media Player or something like VLC or Zoom Player or something like that. We're going to see what we can find. So the music we can just kind of check off right here because I've just copied these two files over, and as you can see right here, they play perfectly fine. Let me turn that down a little bit. They play perfectly fine in this older version of Windows Media Player. This is version 7, so a bit old, copyright 1992 to 2000, but it does play standard MP3 files perfectly fine. We'll just open this one right here, and you can see that it plays perfectly fine as well. So there's not really much else to say about that. Now for the downloading video part, we're gonna probably look on YouTube and try to find, or not, look on YouTube, but we're gonna be downloading one of my YouTube videos to and getting an actual MP4 file, and then we're going to be seeing if we can play it using something like I said, VLC or Zoom Player or some other thing like that. So let's get started with that. So we're gonna open up Opera here because it seems to be the only browser that actually works so far without giving us a boatload of crashes and errors. And yeah, one of the things that I think I've mentioned this many times that I like about Opera, at least in this version here, is that it automatically, without even asking you, it just will, when you close the browser and reopen it back up, it'll reopen the same tabs that you had open before. So kind of like your same layout or your same workspace. So very nice. Of course, this is on most all modern browsers today, but it's usually a option that you have to enable in the settings of the actual browser. This just seems to do it by default, which is very nice. So anyway, we're going to close out of all this. You see that this is where we were downloading uTorrent from. And we're going to go, I think we're going to try to download VLC. So let's just go to the kernel X wiki. Alright, so this is it. We're going to search for VLC, because VLC is probably one of the best media players out there. There's also ones like Zoom Player. I don't know if Zoom Player would be in here. Yeah, so they don't have compatibility with Zoom Player, but VLC is probably one of the best known versions. So the latest version that is officially supported, as you can see here, is 0.8.6i, which was released in 2008. And with kernel X, we get up to 2.1.2, which is from December of 2013, which is a lot better. We are a few years, just a few years newer, which is kind of nice. And we are going to go to the public VLC FTP server. Oh, I actually kind of like that too. You can see how it kind of gives a tab preview, like it actually shows the page, which is very nice. This actually reminds me of that Windows 7 feature, where you were to mouse over something in your taskbar, and it would show you kind of like a preview of like what window that you had open. This kind of looks just like that, which is very nice. Especially on Windows ME. So anyway, we're going to be downloading VLC Player 2.1.0, I guess, because it says 2.1.2, but let's just see what we have here. So we want to find 2.1.2. Here we go. And we're going to get the Win32, and we'll download this exe file. I think this is the right one. So VLC 212, and that's 212. All right. So we will save it to my documents. It's going to open up the downloads thing. It's going to download that. In the meantime, let's go and download one of my YouTube videos. We're going to be using a site called Clip Converter. So what this essentially is you would paste like any YouTube or other media site URL in here, and it'll just essentially download the file. So we're going to go to my YouTube channel here, and we're going to see, let's just, well, first we're going to wait for it to load here. Let's get a video that's not that large, or like, or not that long, which would make it larger in size. Yeah, let's see here. Let's get this right here, the Canon Vixia HF R500 60 frames per second test. So we're going to copy link address. We're going to paste it in here. We're going to click on continue, and we'll download it. Let's not actually, sure, we'll get it in 720p 60. Let's just see if VLC could play 60 frames per second footage. That'll be, or this older version. We'll see how that goes. So we'll start the conversion. This usually doesn't take that long. You see we have like 1 minute left on this download, and we're good. So we're going to download that. We don't want to get the ad. There's always a billion ads here. So we'll save that. Now you see that there's no, like it says open with other application, because there's no MP4, I guess, viewer that's on this machine. So this looks like it's going to take around 20 minutes, and well, it is going down rapidly, so that's good. I'm just going to pause the video here. I'm going to wait for both these files to download, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so both of the files just finished downloading, and I am just going to check off listing the MP3s, because we obviously just confirmed that works with these two MP3 files over here. So yeah, let's just see if we can install VLC. Okay, so we're going to get this error that says that we need Windows XP Service Pack 2 or newer. So I'm going to head into my computer here. We're going to go to, I believe this is in the downloads folder, or yeah, no, it's in my documents. So we're going to find VLC. We're going to right click and go to properties. We're going to go to kernel X. We're going to use a specific compatibility mode, and we're going to change it to XP Service Pack 2. And there we go. So that is, so like, and you saw in there that it was checked on the default option, which apparently didn't work. So you have to like manually set it to XP Service Pack 2. So now it essentially thinks that we are using XP Service Pack 2, but we're obviously on Windows ME. So we're going to go through this quick little installation here. We also get a web plugin as well, but that's only for Mozilla, and I think that Opera has some, I guess you could say, Mozilla guts, or I guess you could say something like that in it. But we'll just do next. We'll install it. We'll install it to that folder. Now just confirm that this file, this is the .mp4 file for my Canon Vixia test video that I made, and you see that we can't open it because it has this little icon here, basically meaning that there is no associated program. However, we do have VLC installed now, and the VM is, okay, there it is. Just kind of froze for a second. We're just waiting for it to finish. Okay, we're going to run VLC Media Player. Okay, so I have no idea what happened, but it just wasn't letting me do anything. It just kind of froze. So you can see here that VLC has associated itself with the MP3 files. So if we open these, we should just open them with VLC, which is probably a better media player anyway than like the standard Windows media player. We'll just if you want to pause that. So yeah, this is that. We'll go to about, and yeah, this is 2.12. or 2.1.2. I don't see the date, but on the Kernel X wiki it says it is from 2013. So yeah, so let's just see if we can open up that video that I downloaded. So we're going to go to my documents. It should have associated, so there we go. We're going to open this. Alright, so I'm not even joking, this is literally like the fourth take of this video. I've been having a few problems with like audio stuff, but this is going to be a quality test of the Canon Vixia HF R500. Okay, so you can see here, well, first it asked me if I like wanted to update the player, which I don't think we can do because it's like not supported, or like any version above this version right here is not supported. But you can see that it says VLC does not support the audio or video format H.264. Unfortunately, there's no way for you to fix this. So, and I'm guessing that that's because it's in 60 frames per second. Because I downloaded the 60 frames per second copy. So, let's just go on to Opera again. I'm gonna go and download the 30 frames per second version of that video, and we're gonna see if it still doesn't work. So I'll be right back. Alright, so one thing that I just want to point out here is you can see that we actually have, when we are downloading this .mp4 file from Clip Converter, you can see that it wants to open in the VLC web plugin. So that thing that I was talking about during the VLC installer, where like it said that it was going to do something with web browsers, it apparently also works with the Opera browser. So we'll be trying that out later, but I'm just going to see if it'll work in the actual player itself. So we're going to save it, and actually we'll do this at the 30 FPS version. So that is downloading right now. It's got about 7 minutes left, and just to be safe, I am going to actually download because it said that that H.264 wasn't working, so I'm going to try to download the, let's see, the 480p version. Alright, so I got a little bit impatient with these two downloads here, because they are kind of taking a while. So I actually just copied one of the videos from my host computer, and this is the how to get Windows 9X sound working in VMware. So I'm going to open this up, and we're going to see if it was the 60 frames per second. Okay, so it isn't. So that is very interesting. So it doesn't work even in 30 frames per second. So unfortunately, there's no way for you to fix this. So I don't know if we should just take its word for it, or if there is actually going to be no way for us to fix it. Let me see if I have another video here. This is for our old TechIt series. I don't think most of you guys have like seen this, but basically I think 2 years ago, actually, me and a few of my friends made like a whole little series using the TechIt mod pack. So yeah, this is kind of off topic, but yeah, it doesn't work very well. So yeah, that was essentially the intro for that little series, which didn't go so well because we kind of stopped making them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, are we just not going to be able to watch video at all? Because that's kind of... Maybe it's just MP4 files. Do I have any non-MP4 files here? I don't think I do. I think I render everything in MP4. So this is some old B-roll footage from... I believe this is from the Apple II GS time travel. So this is a .mts file. So let's see if it is actually the .mp4 file thing that's not working. And nope, that's also an H.264, so that's not working either. Gosh, okay, well these finally finished downloading. Let's okay, so this is the 480p one. Alright, so I'm not even joking, this is literally like the... So this is in 480p, and now it says there is no suitable decoder module. So it's a whole different error this time. Let's just try to open this in Opera, because there is apparently there's an Opera plugin. Yeah, see, it's kind of the same thing. It's not playing though. So yeah, I guess that playing back .mp4s isn't really going to work that well. I'm not sure if that's just VLC or if it's just Windows Me, like if it's not working correctly. So, but you know, if you guys want to kind of like mess around with this and see if you can get it working, maybe it's because there's like I have to get like an older version. But for now, I'm just gonna put an X for that, so we cannot watch downloaded videos, which is kind of disappointing. But hey, I mean, what are you gonna do? So yeah, so that is. We'll just get rid of all these. I'll just move them up here. Um, so that is it. I believe for all the media stuff. I don't think there's much else that we can talk about because we've talked about playing songs, which that works perfectly fine both in Windows Media Player, which this version is like 15 years old, and in this 2-year-old or 3-year-old version of VLC. So now we're going to move on to protecting Windows Me from like viruses and things like that. So obviously the only thing that we need under here is an antivirus or like an anti-malware software. Now let's just open up Opera here, and we're going to head back to the Kernel X wiki, and we're going to look up. Oh, it did the same weird thing again where you just search for all these random characters. I have no idea why it does this, but so let's search for an antivirus, and we'll see what's. Let's see, Avast is a very popular one. No results. I know that that ClamWin, I believe, is the only antivirus that they actually still officially support Windows ME, so we might just have to use that. Actually, sure, let's just use that because I don't really want to have like an antivirus kind of like self-patched up, using kernel X, because it might not work as well. So we're going to search for ClamWin, and I know how some of you guys are probably going to be about ClamWin. Some people don't really like it. I personally haven't really used it at all. I personally use a combination of Malwarebytes, anti-malware, and Avast free home security on my host computer. So I don't really use anything else than that, because those work perfectly fine for me. But when you're using Windows ME, you'll have to take what you can get, and you can see here that it is a free antivirus program for Windows 8, 7, Vista XP, ME 2098. It goes all the way back to 98, which is kind of amazing. And Server 2012, 2008, and 2003. So we can just download, I think, the newest version of this, and I think it'll work perfectly fine. With Windows ME, we don't have to do any kernel X modifications or anything like that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it says download of ClamWin will start. We're going to save it to the same folder, and looks like it's going to take about 9 minutes again because it's 100 megs in size. So I'm just going to pause the video, and I'll be back once it is downloaded. Alright, so we are back, and we have ClamWin. This is version 0.98.7, the setup.exe. So we're going to just run this and see if it works, which it looks like it's going to. So we're going to click on I accept. We're going to install for anyone on this computer. We're going to install the C program files ClamWin. I don't think we need. Well, we don't need any of these other languages, and I think we sure we'll just keep those. Why not? Actually, is there? What's a full installation? Actually, we'll just do a typical one. It's fine, and we'll download virus database files, and we'll create a desktop icon. So yeah, as I'm saying, or as I said, I'm pretty sure that ClamWin is the only antivirus that still officially supports Windows ME, and I may be wrong on that. So if I am, just let me know down in the comments if you guys know of another antivirus that will work perfectly with Windows ME or by using kernel X. As I may make another episode in this mini series going over the things that you guys have suggested and things like that. So we're just going to let this install here, and we are finished with the ClamWin free antivirus setup widget. So we're going to click on finish. We're going to launch ClamWin here, and I'm just going to do a quick scan. So we are going to first update the virus signature database. So yeah, I mean this seems to work perfectly fine. So if you were using this computer still, or like a PC that's using Windows ME, and like you want to get on like the internet, like browse websites and download things, this would probably be your only source of antivirus, which I would probably recommend getting at least something. So I mean, people don't really. I mean, I personally never really used ClamWin, but I've heard people that have like mixed feelings about it. So, but I would recommend getting at least something, if not get this, because it's again officially supported on Windows ME. So it is downloading a few files from the, I'm guessing from the ClamWin AV servers, as you can see up here. So we're just going to let this finish up, and we're going to run a quick scan on the computer. Alright, so ClamWin has just finished updating its virus definitions here. So we're going to click on close, and we're now going to do a scan. I think we can do a quick scan. I forget how this, we'll just because this is just going to be we're going to scan the entire drive here, which I don't really want to do. So we'll just scan the actual computer memory for viruses. I think this will be sort of like a quick scan, something like that. So hopefully this won't take that long, and we'll see if it actually finds anything, which would be really interesting if it did, because this is a clean install of Windows ME, but we could very easily have like some tracking cookies or things like that on here. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing here. It is currently loading the virus signature database here. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the memory scan has just finished up here, and it didn't find anything. As you can see, it has 0 infected files, and it scanned 187 files. So I'm not going to do a whole drive scan, because that could take some time. But yeah, that is essentially antivirus working on Windows ME. Again, this is ClamWin. It is free. And not only that, but it is actually officially still supported on Windows ME. So very nice, very good to hear. So yeah, this is, if you are going to be using like an older computer and you still have Windows ME on it, and like you want to get, as I was saying, like you want to browse the web, like watch YouTube, do things like that. It's always good to have some method of protection on that computer. So yeah, so we're just gonna close out of ClamWin, and last but not least on our list is computer maintenance. And computer maintenance is definitely really important, even on especially on older computers, like one that you would be using with Windows ME. Obviously, for me, in this virtual machine, there's not really that much for me to maintain. Because I could easily just like, if something goes wrong, I could revert back to a previous like snapshot, or because something like that, because VMware does have that feature, but that's not the case with a physical computer. So for computer maintenance, we're going to be downloading a program called CCleaner, and this is a program that I use on my host computer usually on a weekly basis, and it's a very good program. It just essentially allows you to clean up all that like extra junk that other programs or older programs leave behind, and it lets you clean out your Windows registry and uninstall programs, things like that. It's a very good program, in my opinion. You can, of course, as with anything else on this list, find your own alternatives if you want. But we're going to be taking a look at CCleaner. So we're going to head back to the Kernel X wiki here, and we're going to do a search for CCleaner. Apparently CCleaner is not in here, so yeah, that's kind of a problem. So it looks like we're not going to be able to use Kernel X with CCleaner, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's head on to search for Windows ME. So the latest version of CCleaner that works with, or that officially works with Windows ME is 2.36.1233. And this was last updated in 2010, so about 5 years old. About kind of how all these other programs are. Because I think Opera, Firefox is like 3 years old, but it doesn't work at all. So I think that Opera, I think that uTorrent is 5 years old. I think Thunderbird's a little bit newer. So I don't know why the page like froze, but I'm just gonna reload it here. Actually, see, this says here that 2.36 doesn't work with Windows ME, so we're gonna get 2.29 because that actually does say that it has Windows ME support. So I think we click this button over here. All right, let's try it again. There we go. So we're gonna save it to my documents, and we're downloading. So this, yeah, this is not gonna take that long. It's only 3.3 megs. And we're done. So we're going to double click on that, click on OK. Next, I agree. Next, yeah, next. Standard next. That's how you get through pretty much every Windows installer. But anyway, well, we're going to click on Run CCleaner, and yeah, you can see that this has like the old logo here. Yeah, this looks kind of like an older version, obviously. So you can see that it says Microsoft Windows ME. We got 512 megs of RAM, and we have a VMware Super VGA 2. I'm guessing is what that means. So basically, all you have to do here is just kind of go through and select all the things that you want the cleaner to pick up on. So we can go into and it actually, one of the things that I like about it is you can go in and it'll find all of the applications that it works with, and you can you see Opera here. Like if I want to clear Opera's cookies, I can do that. And let's say that I want to clear out Firefox's saved form information and its compact databases, I can do that. And yeah, very nice interface. We're just gonna click on Analyze. Now this shouldn't take that long because this is all virtualized, so we're just gonna let it do its thing. It is going very fast, so we got approximately 100 megs to be removed. So we're gonna click on Run Cleaner. We're gonna click on OK, and it's going to wipe out that 100 megabytes. So yeah, this would be a very useful tool, especially if you were on, because Windows ME based computers. I'm not sure what the maximum hard drive size from that era was, but I don't really think it was that much. I mean, obviously, like it wasn't like a terabyte or anything like that. So this would be a good tool. Apparently, it already says it said 100 before. Now it's only got 72, but I don't know. That's weird. But anyway, as I was saying, like this would be a great tool because it can wipe out all that space that you don't need and give you more free space on your hard drive. So if you were like really low on space, like if you didn't have that much space on your hard drive, this program would definitely help with kind of clearing up everything. It also has a registry cleaner, so we can go here, just highlight all this and click on Scan for Issues, and just like that, it's going to find all these issues within the Windows registry. Usually these are old keys left from programs that have been like uninstalled over time. Usually when you like uninstall something and you don't reboot your PC right afterwards, it usually leaves a bunch of unnecessary junk in the Windows registry. But that's just one cause. There's like a billion causes, obviously. So we don't have that many issues on like my host computer. This list can go down for like 5 pages, but obviously we just want to click on Fix Selected Issues. It's going to ask you if you want to back up changes, so we'll say yes, and we can just call this reg backup. I always back these up and I always date them, so today is October 14th, so we'll do 10, 14, 15. And you can say that, let's make a new folder called like reg backups, save it in here. And you just want to click on Fix All Selected Issues, and you're done. So you've cleaned your whole hard drive, and you've cleaned up the Windows registry. Under Tools, this old version only has uninstall, and it allows you to manage all of your startup items. So like if you don't want, let's say, Microsoft Office starting up, we can just get that out of here, which is very nice. And options. So yeah, I think that is just about it for CCleaner. And so yeah, I'm going to check off, let's see, ClamWin. I'm going to check that off in CCleaner. We're or check that off as well. And I think that is just about going to wrap it up for, I think, this entire little mini series. Now, I know that I mentioned, doing games, I think, in the first or in the second video, but, really as my general rule with this whole, like, little mini series has been is, if something is like designed for this operating system, it's probably still going to work perfectly fine as it was designed to work for it. So there's not really any point in me taking a look at like all these old games that are probably designed for Windows ME anyway. So yeah, and I'm not really sure of that many new games that still work with Windows ME, but if you guys have any suggestions, and if you really want me to do I guess a follow up to this little series of videos that we've done, definitely be sure to let me know down in the comments. But for right now, I think that is just about gonna end it off for the Windows ME in 2015 series. Again, thanks to Alex Libby for originally suggesting this whole mini series, because it's been, I think, pretty successful so far. This actual recording is like 45 minutes long already, so this may be split up into 2 separate episodes, but I'm gonna have to see how that goes once I get into the editing phase of it. But again, guys, just thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and this little mini series of videos, definitely be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you think of it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the near future. And as always, I just like to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.